Thank you for keeping it with us. We start off with the first story. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi earlier appeared before the Senate Committee on Devolution and Intergovernmental Relations, where members are reviewing the Intergovernmental Cooperation Agreement between Nairobi City County and the national government. The review follows the signing of the agreement between President William Ruto and Nairobi Governor Ruto-Sakaja in February this year. We cross over to hear how it went.
Just explain the legal aspect of it, and then from there we can proceed. However, Mr. Chairman, let me point out that upon receiving your call for us to attend to your committee, I did a formal written response, and we forwarded to your office. It's quite detailed. And therefore, I will not want to read through it because it's a very long document, but I'll just flag some aspects of it in a summary form, and then through the conversation, we can maybe fill the gaps on where there's clarification required. First of all, in terms of the particulars of the agreement, I think we have shared a copy of the agreement with your committee, so that it's with you and the full contents are there. We have inside the agreement, there's also the strategic objective and purpose, which is captured under clause 2 of the agreement, and that is to establish a framework for cooperation between the national government and the Nairobi City County government to enhance coordinated planning, financing, implementation, etc. So the whole issue is there. But the most, the important aspect is the aspect of the capital city. That is the anchor to this cooperation agreement. Because under the Intergovernmental Relations Act, county governments and the national government are already cooperating. Even within the framework of revenue sharing, we are already cooperating. So it is not an alien concept, as it were. Now, the difference in this is that this is a cooperation agreement, and it is not a transfer of functions. The NMS was a transfer of functions. This one is not a transfer of functions. It is purely around coordination. The other aspect in my document to you, Honorable Chair, is that we identify the responsibilities of the framework of cooperation. We then also work out on the financial management framework, because in this context, the cooperation is through identified ministries that have some very specific functions, and we bring out the framework. In total, the projects that are envisaged and the programs, it would cost, the national government would be supporting to the tune of 80 billion Kenya shillings in all these programs. And one thing that we are also very clear about is that in this cooperation agreement, which runs for 24 months, which is 2 years, there are specific targets where we have a steering committee, which I chair and deputized by the governor of the city of Nairobi County, that is Governor Sakaja. Then we have the implementation committee, which is chaired by the governor himself. So that is the one that will deal with the day-to-day follow-up and implementation of this agreement. I then, on page 7 of the document, we highlight the legal context in which this is framed. And under the Urban Areas and Cities Act, particularly Section 6(5), subsection 5, we bring out...
And moving on to other stories, even as to follow that as a developing one, the voter registration